Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester. Panhandle Outdoors, your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. Glad to hear you this Monday. Got a great show lined up. Got a great week lined up in Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. We'll get started. Our weather brought to us by Haney Technical Center. Their number over there is 767-5500. Give them a call for any of your educational or vocational needs or technical needs. They have all kind of programs they offer, and we'll talk about that more later on. But let's go ahead and get with the weather. High today is going to be 89, low tonight 76, and water temperature is 84 degrees. Now, every Monday, we'd like to give you our Monday moon forecast for the week. We'll tell you exactly what the moon's going to be doing. A lot of y'all outdoors been planning around the moon. So taking a look at it, today we got a new moon, or tonight. Actually, you look at July 8th. It's completely dark, and the moon's going to start waxing just a little bit tomorrow. Now, we're a couple of weeks away from the full moon. What's great about this week, if you look at it, we're going to have some dark nights. It's going to be an excellent week for floundering. This will be one of the best weeks of the summer for floundering. If you like to go flounder gigging at night, you're going to pick out a good week if you go the next couple of nights, okay? And usually on a full moon, it's not quite as productive. They're a little more spooky, it seems like, over the years. I've found that out. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at our tides. Tide brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn Funeral Home and Cemetery, where caring counts. Today is July the 8th. Good, strong tide. We're looking at a low tide this morning at 5:52 and a high about 11:37 this morning. It's going to be a strong outgoing tide this afternoon. So it's really flowing in strong, and it's a perfect tide. If you like an incoming tide, fish the morning. If you like an outgoing tide, fish the afternoon, okay? Marine forecast is ready to be coming out of the southeast around 10 miles an hour. Southeast at 10, all right? That takes care of our weather. Let's go ahead and take our break, and we'll be right back. All right, welcome back. We'll get started. First, got an email. Hey, Winston, if I go scalloping from the shore, do I have to have a license? The answer is yes. Now, if you park your car beside the road and go wading out into the water, you do have to have a license for scalloping. Okay, if you have a question, send me an email. If I don't know the answer, I know who will know the answer. I can find out all these answers for you, hopefully with a lot of help from some friends. Okay, now I was watching a program the other day on, I think, the History Channel, talking about the history of candy and how now modern day how they make the candy. And I was looking at a saltwater taffy, how that machine turns around. I started thinking about American ingenuity, how things are, this past century, from early 1900s and really late 1800s, how the age of just figuring things out, and men just actually getting in there, and women, and figuring out how to do things. American ingenuity, for lack of a better term. And of course, you know me, as I started thinking about those kind of things, and all the machines used in the factories and all for making candy. It was fascinating watching it. But I started thinking about outdoors, and in particular fishing, and how these fishermen have done the same thing over the years, and especially on fishing reels and fishing lures and plugs. It's always something changing and some new invention. And I've always been fascinated with it. And a lot of y'all may know I've collected fishing tackle for a long time. I don't collect it much anymore because I don't really have the time. But over the years, many years ago, I just started collecting fishing tackle, and I was just fascinated at all these plugs. I want to show you, talking about ingenuity and all done right here in the South. I will check out this fishing plug here. This plug comes out of Thomasville, Georgia. This is about a 1935 fishing plug. There's actually two of them. I was able to get two, but the big thing was getting a box. What's harder to collect than anything is a box, because most people threw the boxes away. This is a Clay's Redhead, okay? A Clay's Redhead out of Thomasville, Georgia. And what's fascinating to our area about it, I'm going to go ahead and take it, see if I can take it out of the box while I'm talking about it. What's fascinating to me, it was fish here in the Panhandle in Apalachicola Bay. And what Mr. Van Clay that he had a job up there in Thomasville, but he loved coming down to the coast and fishing, and actually fishing for the speckled trout. So okay, I'm going to just sort of hold it right here. I'm going to show you what he was able to do, okay? Can y'all see the plug right here? that plug is in remarkably good shape to be probably 80 or 90 years old. Okay, good paint job and everything. So he liked to fish with what was called a Lucky 13. Let me take these pins out. Let's sort of. Okay, now what he did. What he did was he drilled a hole back in here, and put a spring. Okay. And can y'all see that this comes out right here? I'm gonna pull it out. Okay, I think I'll pull it out. It's spring loaded. Y'all see it move a little bit? Look at there. And it snap back. Okay? Now you say, what in the world is that thinking about? What he did was able to, he lost so many Lucky 13s. He would drive down from Thomasville. Imagine 1930s driving down from Thomasville and losing all these plugs on his oyster bars in Apalachicola Bay. But they would get caught right here on the oyster bar. And he was trying to figure it out driving back. I can just envision this man doing this. He said, I got to figure out something. I don't lose so many Lucky 13. So that's what perpetuated the invention of the Clay's Redhead, was put a spring in here so it would pull back. So he thought he could pull back on it, and when it spring back, and then it would spring back off the oyster bar. Whether it worked, I don't know, but it came out in 1935. It's extremely difficult plug to find, but like I say, if you find a box and all with it, this is one of my favorite ones. It's called a retrievable minnow. But that's American ingenuity at its best right there. Just little inventions like that, and I just wanted to share that with you. And there's so many other ways you can do it too. I was thinking, even let's go from Apalachicola Bay to St. Joe Bay, where we've all been scalloping and all. I had a friend do this for me. All this is right here. This is a scallop knife. This is a homemade scallop knife, and Chester Forehand made me a couple of these, and I've had these a long time. All that is a butter knife. He ground it down. Okay, it's in it's in a water hose that has epoxy in it. So the handle is in that water hose. Okay, the handle on this end here, and then what I did, just ground it down, and he put a little bit of a curve. See that little bit of a curve, a little bit of a slight curve right there. And this is the finest scallop knife as I'll ever have. And I've had this a long time, and it will last me. I've had a couple of these. But also I want to show you, see right there where I stabbed myself the other day cleaning scallops. Perfect fit. So you got to be, and it's like I've cleaned scallops many, many years. So you still got to be careful and don't get in a hurry and don't try to force it too hard and wear gloves. All right, look, let's, I think we need to go to video now, Jeff. Is it time to go to video? Let's take a break. We'll come back to this video. All right, welcome back. I want to say a special good morning to Michael Bell. Saw him at a boat ramp the other day. It's good to see you. I appreciate you watching the show, Michael, but more importantly, I appreciate you serving our country. Appreciate everything you do for us. Okay, now, let's go ahead and get ready for this video. This is a neat video. We've been talking a lot about fishing and scalloping this past week, but let's go ahead. There's so many other things you do in the Panhandle. And what's fascinating, I mean, you can do, you go flounder, you can do all kind of fishing. You can go flounder gigging tonight, you can go frog gigging tonight, or you can go hog hunting tonight. On a few places, there are not many places you can just go and do all kind of things like this in the Panhandle. That's why we're bringing Panhandle Outdoor Show to you. So let's go ahead and do a hog hunting video. Walter was able to go with Muddy River's Outfitters. So let's go ahead and roll it. You'll enjoy this. Good long video.
Well, it's date night at the Woodrick house. You know, a lot of people go out on a date and they kill a lot of time or kill a lot of money. So we're going to kill a lot of time, but hopefully we're going to kill some hogs. You up for that?
Yep, I'm excited.
So I'm excited to have my lovely bride out to do some killing. So we'll see. We're going to go up with Muddy River Outfitters with Paul Stokes. MuddyRiverOutfitters.com. He's been a really good friend and a really good guide. The farmers up there are finding out about what he does and how he does it, and he's getting more phone calls, especially now that it's planting season and those farmers are trying to put peanuts in the ground. And as those peanuts are put in the ground, those hogs just make a straight furrow right up the line of the peanuts, and it's roughly $2,000, $2,500 an acre to replant. So we're trying to help out the farmers tonight, as well as enjoy some good quality time with each other. We've been married, 17 years?
Yep.
And the kids are now old enough where they can pretty much take care of themselves. And they have a cell phone. And so we're going to exercise the freedom and head out and enjoy the outdoors. shooting assault rifles with night vision. Muddy River Outfitters helping the farmers take out some hogs.
So we just videoed about, what, 30 or 40 deer?
There was 19 in the field to the left.
Yeah, I've never seen that many deer in one place, and that was amazing and exciting.
I would say there were probably 30 in the field to the right, which would be to the east.
So about 50 deer.
Yeah, we're about 3.5 miles north of Highway 20
In Bluntstown.
on Highway 275. And those deer are always there right about this time.
What is that in the field? Peanuts?
Yeah, it's peanuts in the field. But when we pull the car over, they stop and look, and they know cars usually keep going. So the ones on the west side, they started spooking, running to the woods. They knew that something was unusual. They were hightailing it for safety.
And that was exciting.
It's a lot of deer. I didn't even see that many deer probably in my last 3 years of deer hunting, the entire seasons added together. So that gives us our deer fix for a while.
That was fun.
Smile for the camera. See these teeth. That's just right size. Sharp as a razor. He's young, agile hog. It can mess up a bay dog or catch dog in a hurry. But no match for that 308. That's just a regular core lock. But it's not a factory round, it's a reload. But one of those well placed by Mr. Walter Woodrick. And whatever business he had to attend to, put on hold. That one's blunt on the end. That one is short. Good hog. We're ready to go kill some more.
Okay, I'm sweating because we just snuck up on a hog in the middle of a big old field here. I hit it with my first 2 shots. It saw us. We got a full moon tonight. It saw us. So I hit it twice, missed it on a running shot, and watched it, what I thought was disappear off into the field. And I thought he'd gone into the next tree line. But Paul, because he's done this so much, knew that the hog was moving slow enough that he was hit serious enough that we could catch up to him on foot. So we're in the middle of this cotton field where it's just been watered by one of the big irrigation arms, and he takes off sprinting, carrying a AR-10, which weighs about 15 pounds, and shooting sticks. He's 57 years old. So I said, I'm not gonna let him beat me. So I'm trailing behind him carrying the FLIR, and we're checking the hog every once in a while. He's moving slow enough and stopping every once in a while. So we got up to about 200 yards. Paul stopped, got his shooting sticks ready. Took a good breath to try and slow his heart rate down and his breathing, because we were both huffing and puffing pretty hard, and shot and just completely blasted him. Somehow this hog gets up another time and starts walking away, and then shoots him one more time. So amazing night of fitness and hog hunting in a full moon night in Calhoun County with Muddy River Outfitters. MuddyRiverOutfitters.com. You need to come hunting.
3
with
more
Paul
waiting on
Stokes
us right now, Walter.
And we've got 3 more hogs waiting on us right now. So we got to go. Fitness, hogs, helping the farmers. Muddy River Outfitters.
people who come back? I couldn't tell. We had 4 pigs down there. I hit mine, it's down thrashing. Paul shot twice. What did you? Did you shoot it 2 different? I don't feel like. No, I didn't shoot that. How many is that for the year? 189 for sure. Possibly 190. Unless 189 gives up and run off, but I don't think that's gonna happen. It happened here with Eric and I. Okay. We shot in the same location the other night on 15 and went back to the truck over here, drove around to pick him up, and he was gone. Wow. We found him in the bushes right over there. They're still alive. They are tough animals. Yes, they are. Well, we had 4. One's down for sure. Maybe hit another one, but that's 189 and potentially 190. And your goal is what? 200 by the end of the month. 200 by the end of the month. Halfway through the year. That's a lot of hogs. Yeah, we'll try to break 400 by December 31st. That'd be great. You know what to get me for Christmas now? More dead hogs.
All right, welcome back. Listen, I hope you enjoy that. This is one of those win-win situations. I know we use that term a lot on Panhandle Outdoors, but really it is. That night hunting is fascinating. And I'm going to try to get to do it pretty soon, but just watching video on it and all the vision and all the high technology they use, and actually, again, you're doing the farmers a big favor. They get hit hard by these wild hogs. Most of us don't realize the problem with wild hogs and what the damage they can do. We've talked about it before, so that's a fun thing to do, and I know they're having a good time doing it, and I want to get out there soon and do it myself, okay? Let's take a look at our fishing game forecast, brought to us by Mark Coward at Edgewater Beach Realty, 832-6000. Mark and Michael, I bet they're out there fishing today. I know they like to fish a lot, so give Mark a call for any of your needs in real estate, anywhere here in the Panhandle. Okay, start off with a question on this section here. I got a question. Hey, Coach, my wife likes to read a book while I go fishing, and she wants to go fishing with me. But does she need a license? Basically, he's asking, does she need a license if she's just going to sit on a boat and read a book? Most of this, I know a lot of wives do that, especially in fresh water. Like to get up in that shaded area and read a book, and like to spend some quality time with your spouse, and it's a good way to do it. The answer is no, she does not need a license. She can actually go up there, but now if she picks up a pole and starts playing around with a pole and all and fishing or something, she has a license. So I know some couples that do that. It's okay to do that. All right, next question. Hey, Coach, your show is the best Bay County has ever had. Now, I didn't write this myself, okay? You show us newbies how to catch fish and, more importantly, where to catch them. Where is the best place that my family can catch redfish from the shore in Bay County or surrounding areas? The jetties are too dangerous. Thank you in advance for and it's signed by Eddie Ramos. Eddie, I replied to the email, but also if you're fishing from shore, I've tried 3 or 4 places here, and I'm going to show you when I have more time. I don't have time to do it today. Get back on Google Earth and show you exactly what I'm talking about. But I would, again, at the state park, I would go fish at what's called Deepwater Point. And you're right about the jetties. They can get slippery. You can fish the pier there at the state park. Then you can come out to Deepwater Point and fish that channel out toward Grand Lagoon. That's always a good place, especially if the fish are running and the tide is moving. But you sort of got to watch out for weeds and all. Also, Carl Gray Park. If you can park right there, and these are public areas. Park at Carl Gray Park over toward FSU campus and wade fish out there. There's a good grass flat right out in there. Excellent place to go. And again, you can have a picnic table. You can fish a while, come back, have a picnic table there. Deepwater Point, the marinas. The marinas are always good. You have downtown marina, city marina, and I haven't gotten any really good reports lately from the marina. I also have one in St. Andrews, and you have some boat traffic at both places, but you can get out on the corners, on those corners, and there's some deep holes out there, And I've seen Spanish caught from there. I've seen bluefish caught from there. So fishing around the marinas is always good. And also Gulf County and Walton County and Bay County are very good about having public beach access. And you can find some of those areas, especially on weekdays, just walk down the beach and surf fish. Now again, July is usually one of the weaker months for surf fishing because of the several things. A lot of times that June grass is hung around and it's sort of getting hot and it's crowded a lot in July. But if you get out early in the morning and find some open spots, surf fishing is good. A lot of people just don't do it because of the heat of the day and all. So if you have any questions, go ahead and send me those questions, and I'll show you some of those places on Google Earth. And I had, but anyway, the state parks are always good. You can sort of get some isolated time in the state parks, and always the public access areas. All right, and try not to, if you're on the beach, try not to get in front of somebody's house and all. All right, we're going to have to write. I got several more things to talk about, but don't have time as always. I like having too much stuff and running out, and we'll talk about it tomorrow. Most importantly, I always ask you to support our sponsors. We appreciate your viewership. I get a lot of emails and texts and all, and if I haven't answered it, you give me a call back. Sometimes you might fall between the cracks. I get a lot of stuff. So go ahead and send it to me again or call me back up. All right? You have a great day today. You be sure and do something good for someone else, and God bless.
Thanks for joining us for Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester. Panhandle Outdoors features hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.